Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. The NFL season has hit high gear and off on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill. Check. What? Check hot round. Hot, hot. Shift, shift. Check 9, check 9. Check, 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 check. Kill. Kill. Check. Crunch, crunch. Hey. Hey,
now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's the 2nd and 7. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Off the play fake. Love. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
And the Buccaneer first down.
Stop your body. Check your hot read. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Check 99, check 99. Shift, shift, squeeze. Shift, check up.
Now a first down carry by Jones. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Check. Watch the eye. Kill. Check 50, check 50. Shift.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On first down, Love. He completes it to Evans. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready? 90, Wolf. I'm trying to collect. Hey, watch this, watch this.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Hey, Echo. Check Mike 45. Check Mike. Let's set a tone. Ready?
From the 27, Manning looking deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood. Topper. Who that? Check 26, check 26. Mike. 5.
Working from the gun, Manning. He's got Smith here. He's got a first down or more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Let's go now. 70, Indy. Coming this way. Here we go. Chance. Get it.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Throwing is Manning, eluding the pressure right. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a second down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the way.
On the double. 51. Get that quarterback. Go. Hey, Alpha. Mike 51.
On second down, here's Fournette. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Now 3rd and 9.
Now.
Hey, I'm coming after you. 51, Mike 51.
Throwing is Manning on third down. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off at the 46. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Buccaneers' 46-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Manning going to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Check 52. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Slam, slam, slam. Jump, jump. Kill. Hey, turn it up. 6 guys. Check 6. What?
On first down, Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. Caught by Jones. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Switch it. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Take 4.
Here's Jones. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7.
Good work, boys.
First
Let's go.
down, Buccaneers.
Let's go.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Watch the twins. Watch the twins. Last stop. Last stop. On the ready. 54. 66. Bullet. Now. Some got man.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Right there. 54, Mike. Let's go.
Off play action. Love. And that'll be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down.
Mike 5-4. Here we go.
From the gun, Love. And that's complete. It's Watson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They'll run on first down. Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a third down.
Right there, 54, right there.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So on fourth down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay.
A 29-yard attempt. 29 yards. 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 29
And Gay knocks this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Offensively, pretty good execution. Long drive, chews up the remainder of the first half clock, and they finish it off with 3 points.
And what's the best byproduct of the whole thing besides the fact that they got points on the board? They didn't leave the other team any time to mount a drive themselves.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. One final try now for Manning. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Let's go. 90, Wolf. Check nine, check nine. Okay, go.
Now Leonard Fournette. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Check, 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 check.
Pilot, 64, weak. Get it.
Throwing now is Manning. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 7-yard touchdown grab. As they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 42. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Rolling to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Check your hot read.
6'6", pull it high.
He's coming.
Go.
He's got double up.
Hey! Hey! High 7.
51 to Mike. 50.
Snap.
Here's Fournette. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. Interesting, a chip shot field goal here would give them the lead, but instead, they're going on 4th down.
Yes! Smoke!
Check 45.
Come!
Check 45 to Mike. I'm coming.
Right.
Check 99.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they take the lead out in front at 13-12. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
At the 42-yard line.
Check 3. Switch.
They'll go again to Jones. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Big Ed.
Gonna give this time to the tailback.
Under 10.
First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Off the play fake. Love. Thomas has got it. Complete.
Complete to number 86. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hey, watch that. Check right 54. Right 54. All day, man.
Here's 2nd and 8. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28.
And the Buccaneer first down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Switch. Bang. Jab. Alert 3. You go take.
On first down, Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for 2.
Jim. Out. Hey, check 24. Hey, watch it. Let's go. Come on. Go. Mike's by 4.
Operating from the gun, Love. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Hey, Delta.
Check safety. Let's go.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Number 53, Mike 53. Check pass.
Manning now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Ready.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Pick it up. Check 26.
Ready.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, If they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Now Manning. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Check. Wheel. That's all right.
They'll run it with Jones. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Switch. 36.
Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
45, Mike, 45.
I'm on. Hey, check, Mike. Go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And it's 2nd down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. Manning will try again on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, Wahoo!
51 to Mike, boy, 51.
Look at me, zipper!
Mike, 50.
Bam!
I'm coming after you.
Manning to throw for it on 4th. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. His third touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Next to score, Buccaneers 23, Falcons 20.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
A gain of 16 yards. And a Buccaneer 1st down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check 4. Check 4.
Again, it's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 1st down, it's Jones. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
Ready? Mark, 59, Mark. Check, 59. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert. Switch. Deuce. Check it back. Okay. Watch out.
This is Jones. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And I tell you, these division games, never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game.